Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and do an overview of another pocket knife and to go from there. This is the Kubey Akino. Before I go on further, disclaimer, I am new to pocket knives, so I don't really know anything about it, but I am going to have a different review system and go from there. So the first thing I'm going to say is the reason why I bought it. And the second thing I'm going to say is things you should know about the knife. And third are my final conclusions. Okay, so why did I buy the knife? I love the way it looks. It just has a beautiful aesthetic. When I saw it on YouTube and I saw this one person popping it out, I was like, dude, that looks sick. So the way it looks like kind of blocky like this. It normally comes with a pocket clip, but I removed it, and I'm actually going to talk about why I removed it. But basically, this is reverse lock. So basically what happens is it kind of comes apart like a slip joint, right? So you go like this, and like this, but it's not a slip joint. It actually, what you do is you push down here, and that will actually unlock it, and that's how it goes. But I just really, really love the way it looks in terms of aesthetics, and that's one of the things you'll notice about when I go over these pocket knives. Unlike every other knife reviewer, I am only going to review knives that I think look good. If I think they don't look good, I'm not going to review them. So that's one of the things that's different is everything I've chosen, I think looks pretty good. Okay. So, all right. Things you should know about this. So this was actually made by a very, very popular designer. The designer's name is Tiguas. So I don't know who that person is, but apparently he's a big deal. He's a big deal in knife design. And so they hired him as for that. The second thing you should know is this normally goes for $80-something, but you can, if you go on eBay, you can find this for $45 brand new. And that's where I got it for. And I think this is a hell of a deal for $45. The other thing you should know is, so this normally comes with a titanium clip, and it was right here. Oh my God, it's horrible. So what happens is, in terms of so currently my hands horizontally are about 3 inches across. So for me, when I would wield the knife, the pocket clip would actually dig in, and it was really bad. But now with the pocket clip removed, it is much better. It is so much better without it. And now there are no hot spots whatsoever. So again, in order to unlock it, you push on that, and then you go like that. Okay. What's another thing you should know? When you remove the screws from here and take out the pocket clip, you have to put the screws back in. Usually, so for example, with the Baby Banter or other sorts of pocket knives, when you remove the screws, it'll still stay intact, but what happens is with this particular knife, you have to put the screws back in, otherwise it kind of flops around. So it's sort of like the screws that held the pocket clip to the knife is actually the screws that actually holds it in place at the tail end too, which is really weird design. I've never seen that happen. Another thing you should know is, one real key selling point on another reason why I decided to get this knife is the steel that's used is actually good steel, especially, so it's, again, I'm very new to this, but I did a lot of research on this. So 14C28N is actually considered pretty good budget steel as far as steel goes. So it's kind of it's very sturdy and strong. It's actually the same sort of steel that's used in a lot of, if you ever type in Morin knives, it's the same sort of steel. It's very, very sturdy, very strong. In fact, when I was looking at a lot of tests that people were doing with some, 14C28N sort of knives. So for example, the Petrified Fish series or some of these, a lot of the budget ones, it's a very, very good steel, very sturdy and strong. So it's built for hard use. The other thing you should know, let me go over the weight and all the measurements and things like that. So in terms of weights, so this is a little bit skewed because I've removed the pocket clip, so you might have to add a few ounces on there. But in terms of weight, we're sitting at about 3.16 ounces. That's pretty good. I would say that's definitely everyday carryable. I would say for me, I feel like anything less than 4 ounces is pocketable. So 3.1 ounces is really good. I think this is a really great gentleman's carry. In terms of lengths, let's go ahead and do some comparisons here. So I can only compare it with knives I have right now. So I'm just going to do my best to kind of do things here. So this is the large Sabenza in comparison. This is the small Sabenza by comparison. And this is the waypoint by comparison, which is sort of like the way I look at it. It's like a small, medium, large, right? So this is kind of like, so if you had to look at this, it's kind of closer. It's kind of in between. Let's see. It's kind of a medium-ish size knife. And in terms of, I would say, length, about 3 inches across. So, yeah. So basically, let's see. What else do we need to know about this? Oh yeah. So another thing you should know is that this is a knife that is actually, it is made in China. So you should know that, just in general, but I actually think this is actually really well made, actually. And, so those are all the things so far about the knife. It's funny because I was actually going to do a bunch of videos about knives in one video, but I think it's just better if I actually separate each knife so that in the future, if someone wants to know about a knife, it's not like a bunch of videos of different knives in one video, but rather just small, really quick clips about the knife. So, yeah, I mean, overall, what are my thoughts? They always say this saying, and it kind of helps you with understanding things that you should keep or not. Would you rather have cash on the hand or would you rather have the item? Would I rather have $45 or would I rather have the item? And to me, I think this is awesome. I think it's really awesome for $45. I think it's a great knife and I definitely recommend it. Definitely very sleek, very beautiful, very, what's the word? Like a knife you would put on a suit. It's like a really good looking knife. And it's good steel. So if you ever need to do hard use, this is a good steel. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I mean, I know some people would be turned off by the old school sort of locking mechanism here, but dude, this looks really, really nice. So for me, I think this is a win and definitely a keeper. So that's my thoughts regarding this knife.